Just a touch of background about everything you're looking at right now. My name's Brad Lauber. I'm the creator of capzen.biz, and that is the world's first free market of intellectual property. It's a database, a marketplace of ideas for anyone to submit an idea, take legal ownership, and then put on the marketplace for anyone looking to return on their capital investment and invest in something sound and real, like a good idea, rather than a brokerage house. It's a marketplace for that transaction to take place. What I want to discuss today, very briefly, is the notion of individualism and its place in our world today, but also with the site capzen.biz, and how the world's first free market of intellectual property basically monetizes online user-created content. And that's really quite remarkable if you think about it, because now everything you create, well, just like this video here, I'm going to put it up on YouTube and a couple of other places and it becomes public domain. But if I put it through the process of capzen, now all of a sudden I take legal ownership of it and no one can use or reproduce it without my consent. Because you do put your signature on a legally binding confidentiality contract, your electronic signature. But again, I'm not here to jump into all of that, and that it's an extraordinarily interesting thing, the site. Go to capzen.biz. Watch the other 3 videos right here on YouTube, or this is also going to go up on the site, capzen.biz. Go over there to capzen.biz if you haven't read it behind me yet or heard me say it. Go over there and watch the videos, and it will explain the entire process and how it works. It's really quite remarkable. But that's not what we're going to do today. We had to set it up with a little background. The age of the individual, which is something that I talk about in the videos on the site, and it's something that has become a fundamental principle, a guiding principle of my life, and a guiding principle of capzen. And what is individualism? What is the age of the individual? Well, the age of the individual is, simply put, indefinable. It is individual. No one out there could put their finger on, no single person could lead the era of the individual, could lead a nation of individuals or a world of individuals, because each and every individual is their own king or queen, president, if you will, congressman, if that's what you prefer. But nonetheless, in whatever capacity that you find necessary, you are your own leader. You make your own choices, you make your own decisions. There is no need for large central organizations to make decisions for you. That's a grossly oversimplified black and white look at the world, and the world is all gray. So don't take that too far. Balance in all things. Balance in all things. Not moderation, but balance, and that's important. Moderation is to say that I moderately believe in this, or I kind of believe that, but I wouldn't do anything to defend it because I just moderately believe it. No, you should have a good balanced belief system. You don't necessarily need to be moderate in anything that you do. In fact, to be moderate is to be average, ordinary. I can tell you this, I'm not moderate, not about very many things. Oh, I suppose about a couple. But again, I digress. The age of the individual. That is the age that we are inevitably propelling towards as the human race. And what is draconian and what has been done for thousands of years, literally since the time of kings and queens, we have all fed into a large collective entity. We built high walls and we all grew our crops for the collective, and the collective took care of all of us and doled it back out. I mean, that's a medieval ruling class, aristocracies. I mean, that's been around since the beginning of man. But what is truly, we don't really like this word, but what is truly progressive, if you will, is the notion of an individual keeping their own. The notion of the individual working for themselves, notion of every day waking up for something that you're passionate about, working for yourself and your family and your children and your wife and your husband working for those that you love, because that's what matters most in this world is you. And it's not vain to say that. Why shouldn't you matter to yourself? Of course you should. That's just the tip of the spear, just the very point of the pin, touching on what is an age of the individual. I mean, it parlays into so many other things. For example, capzen.biz. You no longer have to limit yourself to putting your resume or your qualifications, what you have to offer the world. You no longer have to limit yourself to putting in your resume to a dozen companies that are within driving distance of your house. What you can do is you can put your resume into the world. You can put your resume out there on capzen.biz. Right there. There it is. You can just type that in your computer right now and go there. And you don't even have to finish this video. I mean, you should, because we're going to finish off strong here with a couple of really excellent points. But if you want to, you should just go to capzen.biz right now, because it is one of the places in this world that you can create and control your own success. It is one of the few places in this world where you can essentially do anything you'd like. You can participate in any shape or form as you'd want to. You can create any content. You cannot create content. You can simply search for existing content. You can simply look at the ideas on the database to see if they give you your own ideas. Remember, you can't exactly use or reproduce what you see, as you'll sign a contract to agree to that. But capzen.biz is a place for individuals to show up and to put their potential, what they have to offer to the world, in any format. And it makes sense that we do it in a modern digital web format. But in any format, tell the world what you have to offer. If your ideas are good enough, if your business plan is profitable, it will become a realized idea. There's so much wasted potential in this world. So many. How many people do you know? How many friends do you have? Out of 10 of them, 3 or 4 of them really have an excellent idea that at least I do. Maybe that's a bad way to think of it. I don't know that every single person in the world has the single greatest idea in their head, and I think that's kind of the point. That it takes a lot of people, a little tidbit of information here, a little small addition over here. And what you do is you put 5 or 6 people together collaborating on an idea. 3 or 4 people bring entirely different viewpoints to it. Next thing you know, you have a couple other people filling in a little holes that they have. They all become partners, and they base their partnership based on what they bring to the table. And now all of a sudden you have a 5-person partnership. You have an idea that you have on a market, and it didn't cost you a thing. It didn't even cost you $1 to do any of this, because free to the user, and free to the user is what the next generation of web participation is all about. And to think anything other is just, you'll be relegated to history if you think you're going to make a pay-as-you-go or pay-as-you-click web ever work. And it's not because the web shouldn't be profitable. Oh, the web is insanely profitable. Just get more people to show up because your site is free. How many sites do you go to, you click on and it says insert a credit card here, and you go away? Like every one? Except if I really, really want to go there, but all of this is free. It's free. And that's the truly unique thing about it, is that this is the age of the individual before our very eyes being born. And what you have is a place for individuals to put their ideas and business plans out there, a place for people that are shopping for ideas and business plans to come take a look at what's out there, to basically shop for the world's best ideas. And so the age of the individualism is launched. And that's really pretty deep. You should think about that. The age of the individual, we are in our infancy. It is launched. And I invite you to come join us, because we have something happening over here at capzen.biz. And that's the way I'm going to leave this. Y'all have a good day.